All right, let's dive in. Today, we're looking at a force that is completely changing the game for one of the world's biggest industries. We're talking about AI in marketing, and we're going to break down exactly what that means for you right now.
First things first, let's get one thing straight. AI in advertising isn't some far-off futuristic concept. It is here. It is happening right now. The most competitive brands out there are already using it to automate tests, to optimize their campaigns on the fly, and to target customers with a level of precision that was, frankly, just science fiction a few years ago. For decades, marketers have lived and died by this one core framework: the customer value journey. It's the classic, tried-and-true playbook for taking a complete stranger and turning them into a raving fan. It's all about guiding them through a strategic, step-by-step relationship. So, if that's the classic journey, the real million-dollar question is this: how is AI plugging into this thing and just supercharging it? Where does it fit in to make every single one of those steps faster, smarter, and way more effective? Let's break it all down.
Okay, first up, let's trace this new customer journey. We're going to follow the path from that very first hello, when someone first hears about a brand, all the way to the final sale. And we're going to see exactly where AI is changing the entire game.
Really, you can think of it like a set of dominoes. First, AI helps you find the perfect person at the perfect time. Then, it creates a totally personalized experience to draw them in. And finally, it automates the whole process of turning that initial interest into real action. So, let's start at the very beginning. It all starts with awareness. And in the past, let's be honest, this was kind of a guessing game, right? You'd throw stuff out there and hope it stuck. But now, AI uses what we call signals. These are basically digital clues that show what a person is interested in right this second. Maybe they just started a new job. Maybe they're searching online for a specific product. The AI sees that signal and bam, it can instantly serve up a hyper-relevant ad, just like this one for organic diapers. It's about being genuinely helpful, not just loud. Okay, so you've got their attention. Great. Now for engagement. How do you actually connect with them? This is where AI gets really creative. I mean, you've got tools like Ad Creative that have analyzed literally millions of successful ads. They just know what works. So they can instantly generate visuals and headlines, like this offer here for an ad template library, that are statistically proven to make someone stop, click, and want to learn more. And finally, we get to conversion. And this is where AI basically becomes your most tireless, most effective employee. Just imagine a chatbot on your website, available 24/7. It's not just spitting out canned answers. It's actively qualifying leads, scoring how likely they are to buy, and instantly routing the hottest prospects over to a real human salesperson. It's closing deals for you even while you sleep. So far, everything we've talked about is AI as a set of really, really powerful tools. But what if those tools started thinking for themselves? Well, that's the next evolution, and it's happening right now. We're moving from AI tools to AI teammates. And this leads to a pretty fascinating thought. What if these systems could do more than just execute a command? What if you could give them a goal, and they could analyze the whole situation, and then decide the absolute best course of action, all by themselves? So here's the key difference. Simple automation, it's rigid. It's a one-way street. If this happens, then do that, period. An AI agent is totally different. It uses a large language model, that's its brain, to actually understand a goal, look at all the possible options, and then decide on the best steps to take. It's not just following a script, it's making dynamic, intelligent decisions in real time.
So what can one of these AI teammates actually do? Well, get this. Imagine it identifying your best leads in real time and then personalizing your website for them on the fly the second they land on it. Then it orchestrates a follow-up campaign across both their email and their LinkedIn profile. See? It's not just doing one task. It's managing the entire campaign from start to finish completely on its own.
Okay, this is a huge, huge shift. So if AI is the new teammate, what's our new role in all of this? Well, it turns out our job is becoming the coach, the strategist, the essential human in the loop. Your single most critical new skill, without a doubt, is something called prompt engineering. Think of it as the art of giving perfect instructions. You're not just telling the AI what to do, you're telling it how to think so it can generate that brilliant ad copy or a groundbreaking new strategy or the perfect empathetic customer response. And the best part is, you can start today. Here are 3 super simple but incredibly powerful techniques. First, give the AI a persona. Tell it who it should be. Second, give it rich context. The more details it has, the better the output will be. And third, use this magic phrase, let's think step by step. It sounds simple, but this forces the AI to slow down, show its work, and that dramatically improves the accuracy of its answers.
Look, this isn't about replacing people, it's about elevating them. A well-designed AI can knock out 70 to 80% of the routine work, like basic customer support tickets. And that frees up the humans, you and me, to focus on that tricky 20%, the complex, the creative, the high-value problems where our human judgment and our empathy really make all the difference.
Of course, all of this incredible power, it comes with a whole new level of responsibility. And that brings us to our final and maybe our most important topic, the ethical test that's facing every single one of us in this new age of AI.
To make sense of this really complex topic, experts tend to break AI ethics down into 3 big buckets. The first is about the algorithms themselves, things like hidden bias. The second is about their wider impact on society as a whole. And the third gets into these really big philosophical questions about humanity. For us marketers, though, it's those first 2 that we need to be laser focused on right now.
So let's make this totally concrete. Algorithmic bias isn't some abstract, vague threat. It shows up in very, very real ways. For example, if an AI is trained on unrepresentative data, like a facial recognition model that was trained mostly on pictures of white faces, it's going to struggle with other groups. Simple as that. Or if it's trained on historical data that reflects our past societal biases, well, it's just going to reproduce them. Remember when searching for CEO on Google would almost exclusively show you pictures of men? The AI learns from the world we built, warts and all.
So for us marketers, this means our ethical checklist just got a lot longer. We have to protect consumer privacy like it's gold. We have to actively fight against bias in our own algorithms and demand transparency in how they work. And when things go wrong, and they will, we need to have clear accountability. Because that line between helpful personalization and creepy manipulation is a line we have to watch very, very carefully.
Which really leaves us with the one question that matters more than any other. As we build this incredible future, how are we going to balance the amazing efficiency of AI with our fundamental human responsibility to ensure fairness, to protect privacy, and most importantly, to earn and keep people's trust? The answer to that question, well, it's going to define the entire future of marketing.